I promised myself I would avoid the news. But obviously I haven't. Here's my one thought. I mean, I have many thoughts. Elon Musk.
What do you mean by that?
Like, we need to X him. And by X, I mean formerly known as assassination. I know someone from FBI is gonna fucking show up. I don't. Arrest me.
Oh, say less.
You don't have enough people to even investigate me at this point. I haven't filed my taxes in like 8 years. And yet, no one's covered me. So, I'm gonna say it. Let's assassinate some motherfuckers.
Elon Musk said death threat and admission to multiple counts of tax fraud, and he tagged Eagle Ed Martin. Now, for those who don't know, Ed Martin is the U.S. Attorney for Washington, D.C. So this man literally prosecutes federal crimes. Ed Martin replied by saying, duly noted, thanks for letting us know. We'll put you in the system. Talk to you soon, ma'am. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. I mean, to be honest, forget them death threats. We get it. You went on the Elon Musk website, tagged Elon Musk in a death threat video you made towards Elon Musk. That's room temperature IQ stuff. I'm not even tripping off that. We get that that's dumb. But you mean to tell me you went 8 years without paying taxes and you got an opinion? Man, let them tell me that I ain't got to pay taxes. I wouldn't care what's going on. They could be flying LGBTQ flags with RuPaul as the president for all I care. Heck, the only reason I have an opinion is because I have to pay taxes.
I'm here so I won't get fined.
This lady hates Elon Musk so much that she'd have tricked herself out of her spot.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You know, I have my sister, she was a lesbian. I have a brother, he likes men. And, you know, it's a hard subject because, you know, I keep it real. I tell my brother all the time, I was like, dog, don't be coming over here with that gay. I tell my kids that too. What?
We told you this movie was gonna fail. Look at this. Captain America 4, that's Captain America Brave New World, has one of the MCU's biggest second weekend box office drops. Now, this is devastating news for Disney. Devastating news for Marvel, for the MCU. This doesn't look good, bro. Because this movie right here cost Marvel upwards of $380 million. And that's not taking into account the marketing budget. With the marketing budget, you're looking at this movie costing Disney $500 million, which means that this movie needs to make upwards of $1 billion just to break even. And I gotta tell you, that's not gonna happen. Because this movie has dropped 67% at the box office. And currently, as it stands right now, this movie has only made around $200 million worldwide. You know, this is a terrible idea from the very beginning, and we try to tell these dummies, bro. You know, how the hell are you gonna make a Captain America movie without Captain America?
I actually went to go see it last night, and it wasn't that bad, but the theater was definitely empty. Disney needs to just stop doing these press runs and letting people talk.
For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations.
You already know you a black man playing Captain America. That's already gonna come with enough stigma, so saying stuff like that just ain't gonna help.
What?
They're 18.
Bro, don't ever do that again. You just lost points, bro. You're not smacking nothing in there after that, bro.
You talk about aura. You're an adult and you're talking about aura. Like, what the fuck?
Who said
you're
aura?
You're on a Monday night. You're on Omegle by yourself. You're on Omegle by yourself.
I'm streaming. You're in front of 2,000 people.
Be a alpha male, not a beta male.
I don't like that we give our military guys 10% discounts.
I don't care. As someone who donated a little more than 10% to your ability to spout nonsense on the internet, if someone offers me a 10% discount on something, especially a large bill, I'm gonna take it, and you can kick rocks.
I don't care what nobody say. I'm a firm believer that if you go to the military and something like that happens to you, you should never have to pay taxes again a day in your life. I think he's given enough.
Welcome to India. I am transgender.
I don't have any.
Fuck me.
What?
Look at your neighbor and say he's a meat stretcher. He'll stretch your meat.
Why are we all just finding out that the cartel opened fire? They opened fire on Border Patrol. Trump done waged war on the cartel. Estúpido. Every Latino knows you don't fuck with the cartel. You befriend them. You be smart. You stay alive. Pendejo.
Let me introduce you to enough close air support to register on the Richter scale.
All that type shit. Bought a Rari, I'm rich, I ain't rent one. I'm on counter where I get my tent done.
Yeah, I think that she forgot that we give our government $5 trillion worth of tax money a year and we still don't have health care for a reason. It would probably take us a maximum of 2 days to turn every cartel compound into a parking lot.
$1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia.
Like
Biodiversity in Nepal, $19 million.
Again, those can be important. You have to, like, those could be helpful.
Okay, so how could biodiversity in Nepal for 19 million bucks? We spent $20 million for a new Sesame Street in Iraq.
You have to both justify that these programs are bad, and then, no, you can flash a sign. This is a program. It costs this much money. You can say that.
Do you know anything about Liberia? I happen to know a lot about it, but that's a separate issue.
It's not about what I know. It's about the people in the government making these decisions.
Yes, and they have proven themselves to be robber barons over the last 20 years. They're spending your money with reckless abandon and total indiscretion. You think the government is innocent until proven guilty. I think the government, after what we've learned, is guilty until proven innocent. They have to justify why this money is being spent in the first place.
Wait a minute. That's how the law works. Innocent until proven guilty. You have to prove that
that's not how taxpayer money works, though. It's that if we find waste, you're going to have to over-justify why this exists in the first place. This is the first time in my lifetime we have an administration going after the waste, going after the size of government to balance the budget so that you guys don't live as indentured servants and Russian serfs for the rest of your life.
$20 million for a Sesame Street. They must have had Denzel playing Big Bird. Man, forget all that. Joe Biden hired 88,000 new IRS members to come harass Americans for taxpayer dollars. So they obviously have no problem auditing us, so why do we have a problem with the government being audited? Joe Biden wanted to know if I so much as sent $600 to my grandmother through Cash App, but we could give them $5 trillion a year and we should know nothing? I know that people often forget this, but we give our tax dollars to the American government for them to work for the American people. So if you're sending billions of our tax dollars to people overseas, who do you work for?
The party is controlled right now by people who majored in online activism with a minor in puberty blockers. I know these people. They think men can breastfeed. They're triggered by race. They cry if you use the wrong pronoun. And most fair-minded Americans look at this and they go, these people are about 10 exits past normal. And that's what's killing the Democrats right now.
I want to let you know, the same people who hate DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, are also the same people who try to deploy 80,000 IRS tax workers against your ass.
He started calling me fat. I'm like, all right, that's kind of funny. I am fat, a little chubby. Then they start calling me a fat bitch. I said, wait. That shit hurt. I go look in the mirror. God damn, I'm fat as hell. I can never lose this. That's how I used to think. Then one day I just started running. Then everybody used to live, around each other. So I look in the group chat. They sending pictures of me running, laughing at me. Look at this fat ass bitch running. He running to the store to get snacks. I'm like, wait, these niggas out of control. So I just started taking different paths. But I kept it up for 6 months, and then I just lost all my weight.
This is your daily reminder to get your ass in the gym. We will not be contributing to the pussification of humanity. It's amazing how you can eat yourself into a hole for 5 years, but just 6 months of discipline and you can be better than ever. Make sure you get to the gym today. You owe it to yourself.
Where is a trans woman supposed to go then? If they're not welcome in the women's change room where they identify, and then they are not welcome in the men's room because they are not identifying as a man, where are they supposed to go?
Should women just step aside for that, even though they have fought long and hard for single-sex spaces, for their own safety, for their own comfort, for their own ease? It's
still a single-sex space because the person who identifies as a woman is a woman in that space.
No, it isn't, because sex and gender aren't the same thing.
But it is if you're trans, because that is
no,
what...
it isn't, Liam.
And gender isn't... The bathrooms aren't gendered, they are sexed. So if you are a woman, you would go into the women's bathroom.
Yes, but if you're a trans woman, you're not female sex.
But you are a woman, so you would go into the women's bathroom. Or do you want trans women to go into the men's room?
I don't know. They can work that out for themselves. I just think they shouldn't be in the women's room.
Why is Trump focused so much on trans people?
Because he wants to preserve the integrity. Because
guess what?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, Blossom. Because he's up at. I'll tell you why, Blossom.
I'm a woman.
Hang on, Riley. Hang on, Blossom. Here's why. Because he's up against complete lunatics like you who think it would be right to have a gender-neutral Olympics. A gender-neutral Olympics is the most insane thing I've ever heard from any trans activist in history. Lunacy.
Exactly why Donald Trump won. You haven't found that until you met me. I'm not your average trans woman, in case you didn't notice that. I'm not your average trans woman.
Riley.
People like Blossom are exactly why Donald Trump won on November 5th. I believe.
Oh, girl, please. Donald Trump rigged the election, which is why he's sitting in office now.
Can we mute this? This is the most
Mute Blossom, please, because she can't stop talking. Riley, you respond.
People turned out, I believe, in masses to the polls on November 5th to embrace Donald Trump, to embrace the America First agenda, to embrace his cabinet picks. But more so, I believe people turned out to the polls to reject absurdity. And that is exactly what the past 30 minutes have been on this program, Pierce, is totally, entirely, and thoroughly absurd from top to bottom, saying there should be a gender-neutral Olympics.
I know.
Are you serious?
Madness.
Do you also believe, Blossom, that we should combine the Paralympics and the Olympics? I would love to hear an answer to that.
Okay, I'll ask her. Bring back Blossom. Blossom, should we combine the Paralympics with the regular Olympics? Have them all compete with each other?
I mean, why not? And to go back to Riley's point to that
last
point.
You are completely insane.
Go back to that last point.
Yeah.
No,
So
because
no
she
Paralympian would win a medal.
that I wanted to respond to.
So no Paralympian will win a medal. So your diversity, equity, and inclusion turns out to be unequal and doesn't include any Paralympian or any woman.
Can I ask you something as a black conservative? Your candidate says, I want to make America great again. You tell me when America was great, and then you tell me, would you go back to wherever it was great as a black American?
So I do have an answer for you in this equation. Those years will be 2017 to 2021. Alice Johnson is free right now. And I know you want to pigeonhole me into a period. All right, you want to go to prior to 2016? Let's look at the Reconstruction era when we had black Americans as a whole that were finally free from the scourge of slavery because of what happened in the Civil War. They banded together to create something called the Republican Party, and the Democrats created something called the Ku Klux Klan to find and exterminate as many of those recently freed black men as possible. We can fast forward then to the 1960s if you want to. We had Lyndon Baines Johnson, Democrat president of the United States, who said, I will have those N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. And then he brought the Great Societies Act,
Guys,
put us all on
it's
welfare,
not working.
and emphasized Margaret Sanger to exterminate as many of us as possible.
Chandler, it's not working. Let's move on.
There was a time when African Americans were the most married demographic in America. Now I think it's about 75% of all African American kids are born out of wedlock. We built Black Wall Streets, and we were actually producing leaders that could represent us on the political stage. These were people who were very self-sufficient and were actually very anti-government. And look, I don't know everything, but I've never seen a group of people flourish and come out of poverty using welfare programs. Good trade, it's possible. Good business practice, it's possible. Building your community off of blue-collar labor and families, yeah, it worked. That's how you got the civil rights movement. That was backed by families and blue-collar work. What I'm trying to say is I've never seen a group of people, whether it be a country or a demographic, come into prosperity from welfare programs. Most of the people I know in most of the countries in the world that get welfare programs are still doing welfare programs. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or a L, and give it an HBO special. That's a Hope for the House special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.